Changing the universal joints in my Trailblazer, I just zipped these two out here real quick, and then I'm just going to reach around with the gun to the other side. I'm not going to go to the other side or put it in neutral and spin it or anything. I should be able to get it. So that was pretty easy to get out the back side from here using this setup here. I used an 11mm socket, 1/2" drive. So all four are out now. Alright, that popped out without too much trouble. Like a pry bar, just shoving it up in there. And then the drive axle just drops right down. Probably got to give it a little tug out of the transmission. Now, I'm going to get a little drain pan and put it beneath there, even though I'm angled down, so it probably won't really lose anything. I just want to make sure. I'm going to pull it out and pop these universal joints out. Yeah, these retaining clips are plastic injected. So what they did is they injected molten plastic in here, here, and a bunch of other spots. And then they cut the little tabs off, and you're left with something inside that needs to be melted again with a torch and then pressed out. So I'm going to heat that up and then press it out. So I'm now heating it up, trying to melt the plastic out of there. Let's see what the temperature is. 269 degrees. Whoa. It's getting hot quick. I didn't think it would heat up that quick. But I guess we're looking for that plastic to melt there. I guess I probably have to heat up both sides at the same time. So let's see how hot this is. Oh, it's way hotter. I don't know why it's not as hot near the... No, it's probably just a false reading. Okay. I switched to the bigger gun, and it's really hot now, and I think it's coming out now. Let's see. Not sure how much further it has to go through. Well, I decided to see what would happen if I just tried pressing it out with this gun without heating it up, and well, it fought a bit and it broke, but it's free without using the torch. So I guess if you have good enough stuff, you could just break right through it like I just did. So anyway, there were two on that end and only one on this side that I had to push through. So I couldn't get this out just by pressing one side. So I pressed it one way, then pressed it the other way, took that off, and I used this socket to push it through. Let's see, what size is this? This is a 3/4 impact, and I was able to get it through both ways and pull this right back out. Now I guess I'll have to do that on the other side to get it all the way out. Okay, now this side's out, and I only had to press one of them both ways to get it off this far, and now I'm gonna have to get it out of this side here then last. And as you see, that one's already out, so let me just work on this, and then we'll have to melt all the plastic out of all these holes and clean everything up so that it's all ready to take the new style. Cooking this plastic out of here is tons of fun. but if you're lucky, you can actually get it to come out in chunks, like right there. I noticed a few spots that need filing, like right there. Let's see if there's any others that are visible here. Well, anyway, between this side and the other holes on the other part of the, the main part of the drive shaft, there's a couple spots. So you want to get some kind of file and file them down, make sure that they're smooth, and maybe even take some high grit sandpaper and go around the inside of the holes here a little bit and just make sure they're nice and smooth. So far I pressed the one side, top and bottom, back in, and then I'm just going to do these side ones here. It is storming like crazy out, so I brought this stuff up here real quick to work on it. And now that everything's pressed in, you just got to put these little clips right inside here. See that little channel there? Probably see it there better. Just take this little copper thing, press it right in there. It's not hard to do, actually. So if it is hard to do, then that means that they might need to be pressed in a little bit harder. So let me just get all them installed. And if this thing's tight at all, just give these ends here a little tap with the hammer. One direction might make it actually get tighter, so then hit the other side, then it makes it nice and loose. I got both ends nice and loose. So as soon as it stops raining here, or maybe even tomorrow, I'll put this back on the vehicle and we'll see if it made any kind of difference. So now to put the drive shaft back in the Trailblazer, I just have to slide this input shaft up into the hole up there, and then just bolt the other U-joint back up to here. Now the front's in, so now I just got to raise the back and bolt it up there. Now you have to install the copper snap rings there, so I decided to put it into 4 and then put these pieces back on right after, and it seems like it's gonna work fine. I had to finagle it in to get it proper and feel around the back to make sure that it was right, but it seems like the easier way to do it. Now something else I didn't realize too was that I did not have to actually burn out the plastic because these snap rings snap in a different way. Just busting out the old plastic things with the strong tools and then installing these would have actually been better, because I guess there would have been no channel for water to get into or anything, even though it seems like it's going to be pretty watertight. I mean, I'm not going to go driving this in deep water or anything, really. The drive shaft is installed now, so now I'm going to take it for a test drive. Alright, so I'm going to put it in gear. Well, let's put it in reverse. Okay, nice, no noise. Give it some gas, backing up. Nice. Now the service engine soon lights on because I did an electric fan mod and the computer basically doesn't know it. So I need to see if I can fix that. Let's put it in drive. I didn't feel a thing. Wow. Okay. It was pretty bad before. I guess let's see what happens if I hit the gas from a standstill, because that's when I actually noticed it. Wow, it actually feels a lot smoother. It feels really smooth. Actually, I'll go straight here. Dead stop, give it a little gas. Yeah, I was hearing a bad clunk before. I mean, I didn't give it a lot of gas, but even, I mean, I didn't have to give it hardly any gas at all to hear a clunk. Now, those universal joints don't even seem bad when I had them in my hand or had them on the drive shaft trying to see if there was play. So, obviously the vehicle's weight is a lot more than what you can... Nice reverse, no clunk. So now that the universal joints are changed in my 2003 Chevy Trailblazer, now on to the next thing, which is to change the rear trailing arms. I believe they're the upper trailing arms. They completely rusted through and are now in two pieces. Yes, on both sides actually. So that's going to be my next video.